Welcome to the Urantia University Institute overview course. I'm Andre Radatus, and like you, at one point in my journey through life, I encountered the Urantia Book. You may have been searching for something like it for a long time, or perhaps you thought you were looking for something else. But you're here with me today for one reason. The incomparable teachings and the way they've been presented in the Urantia Book arrested your attention and aroused your curiosity. You may have found it remarkably in alignment with much of your prior learning and thinking, but chances are at least some, and probably many aspects of what was in its 2,097 plus pages, you'd never considered. You are not alone. But before delving further into its many pages to learn more, you may want to give yourself or have someone else give you some reason to do so. Allow me to help. You see, the Urantia Book was made specifically for you. I can hear the nervous shifting of those who may have just heard the words of a snake oil salesman giving his pitch. It's for that reason that I needn't speak long nor coercively on this subject. There is no need for a pitch. The Urantia Book is a set of teachings for which you self-qualify. You've likely heard the aphorism, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. While the veracity of that statement can certainly be argued, there is a corollary truth for the Urantia Book. If you think the Urantia Book is for you, or you think it isn't, you're probably right. Let me assume that your presence here is an indication that the book and its teachings are for you. Then allow me to say that they are not only for all of us, but designed for you specifically. How can I say this? The Urantia Book not only speaks of the nature of God, the universe, and reality in general, it emphasizes the importance of each and every personality of the spiritual economy of all creation. While there are many lessons and elements which we must all learn to some extent or another, human life does not demand that we learn all of it, either in any particular order or all the same lessons. Rather do we find each person's education quite unique, no matter how similar it is in its appearance or acquisition. It seems that persons, while not more or less important than other persons, are important enough to have the world and the universe be a school that tailors its lessons and their acquisition to our particular temperaments, intelligence, and motivations. Even more so, our choices determine the program of education of their arrangement, which the universe and its citizens lovingly and accordingly put before us. For some, that is a reality hard to swallow. The society in which we find ourselves demands adjustment, adaptation, and conformity of us. Clearly, life isn't a free-for-all, but life as we live it here isn't conducive to imagining how free we are to choose what we wish to accept or reject at any point in our life or education. The Urantia Book is conducive to such a study. It honors your free will to study its teachings however you will, to accept or reject whatever you find there. At the same time, it is unequivocal in many of its declarations and revelations. Astute students point out that where a reader or a group of readers is prone to stop and ask questions about what the author of a paper means at some juncture, very often the very next paragraph anticipates and answers the question just posed. And that seems to be a good place to begin to speak of what the Urantia Book is and is not. The Urantia Book is an answer, a representative, ideal, and pragmatic selection of responses to the sincere questionings of humankind regarding the increasingly complex human condition in which mankind has been, is, and will be finding itself in the future. The book is an answer to the scientific, historic, and cosmologic curiosity and genuine questioning of many who have often found themselves alone and unsupported in their well-reasoned ponderings on the nature of the outer world, past, present, and future. It's an answer to the deep yearning of those who crave logical consistency, breadth of appreciation, and harmonious unity in a philosophy that they wish to live artfully more than know intellectually. And it is the answer to a critical mass of prayers and worshipful desires, of the deep thinking, personally religious, and reflective individuals of tens and perhaps hundreds of generations of humankind. It is a revelation, the fifth of epical significance to our planet, designed and destined to sustain, enlighten, and ennoble a growing, restless, diverse, and globally scattered but truth-hungry sea of humanity. Many deep-thinking people have had a sense that many more questions can be answered than there are answers provided by either the sciences, the religions of the world, or any systems of philosophy or metaphysical viewpoints. It is said that nature abhors a vacuum. Then it ought also to be said that sincere truth seekers abhor unsatisfying, unlivable problems that are prejudicially categorized as unsolvable. The Urantia Book is no easy formulaic panacea, no ready-made cure for the aforementioned problems. Neither is it a compendium of creeds or utopian suggestions for humanity. Nor is it a sacred book, which demands the setting aside of true findings of reasonable science, logical philosophy, or personal religious faith. Although much of what is revealed has already been known to some, not all has been known, but it is a revelation in toto. Never have so many diverse truths been found so densely associated and composed into a meaningful whole, which reveals as much by the arrangement of what it says as much as by what it actually says. It is what our whole world needs to know as a foundation for its next phase of evolution. In the next module, we will look in greater depth at the question, why this epical revelation now? And attempt to discern the motives of the super-universe and local universe revelatory commissions for what they've chosen to disclose and more fully reveal to us. In subsequent course modules, we'll look at perspectives on study of the Urantia papers, each of the 4 parts of the Urantia book in more detail, and methods of, and an example introductory presentation of the Urantia book.